Hello and welcome back to the O Show. I'm Libby Schwammen and I will be your anchor this week. Our first story today from Matt Olson and Zach Williams will highlight this year's Allstate Honor Choir and Band selections from Osage. Take it away, Zach.
Osage has always had a presence in the sports world, but we cannot forget about our rich history in sending students to Ames to be featured in one of Iowa's most elite ensembles, the Allstate Music Festival.
It's an amazing experience to have that many people behind you singing, and they all know it and they're all great musicians.
Honestly, it was the most amazing experience probably that I've had musically. It's a lot different going from a choir of 60 people where it's all 9 through 12 to a choir of 600 people where you all enjoy doing the same thing and it's your passion.
There's actually a kazoo choir. That was kind of cool. We all bought kazoos and we go outside and probably 100 kids were out there and we just played kazoos and it was really cool. But listening to the band was absolutely amazing. Going from our Osage band to that band, it's just incredible. And obviously the choir was great. And the cameras were distracting, but it was okay. But it was just really amazing because everybody was on the same page, everybody was super excited, and it went really well.
Just being around people that are as passionate about music as you are, and you all enjoy doing the same things and just performing.
It was life-changing. Don't think I'll ever experience anything like that again.
The All-Staters performed November 17th and was replayed on the Iowa Public Television station on Thanksgiving Day. If you missed it, it can be viewed on YouTube by simply searching 2018 Iowa All-State Music Festival.
We certainly have lots of talent in all areas here at Osage. Next up, we will take a closer look at Limestone Brewery, located downtown Osage. Here is Connor, Gavin, and Mason with their story.
Limestone Brewery, owned by Tony Weinrad and Josh Olson, is a new brewery, and the first in the town of Osage. It opened its doors on August 19th of this year. They originally started distributing to people and local businesses in October 2017, but they just recently opened on Main Street. We went to Limestone Brewery to ask Tony Weinrad about what it takes to become an entrepreneur and some of the challenges he faced.
Activities into a little business here in Osage, Iowa on Main Street. For a long time, I've been thinking about what would work on Osage and be maintainable and sustainable, and with the big burst in brewery activity across the nation, I felt like it might be time for Osage to join it.
Tony and Josh plan to distribute more around Northeast Iowa in the near future and grow their business. Next, we asked Tony why they decided to start their business in Osage.
It shows the business based on the town instead of choosing Osage. Osage, the size is a little bit limited for a business like this. That's why we have to look at distribution, but it's where I live and I wanted to do it here. So.
Limestone Brewery is involved in a relief fund called Resilience IPA. This was made by the Sierra Nevada Brewery near Los Angeles. This was done to help the victims of the California wildfires.
They put out a call to brewers across the country to brew a specific beer that they supplied the recipe to, and all of our suppliers donated the materials. All the sales for that product are going to the Campfire Relief Fund out in California. But there are about 1,200 plus breweries around the country, and I think about 20 at this point in the state of Iowa, all brewing that particular beer.
Next, Tony explained to us why he and Josh decided to join the Relief Fund.
Josh and I are both firefighters, and so we felt, we couldn't help in that way, being there, helping fight the fires. This was a way to help the victims through what we do, and that's brew beer. As far as Josh and I working together, we both have other full-time jobs.
Tony and Josh are both volunteer firefighters for the Osage Fire Department. Tony is also a teacher at Osage Community Schools, a member of the Osage Chamber of Commerce, and is a software consultant for companies nationwide. Josh is a sales and tech support representative at our local John Deere dealership and works for Kibble Equipment. Tony also explained to us where they distribute their products to.
We have a number of them here in town. Taste, Tell You What, Rusty's are where we have it on tap, as well as the golf course. We're also at the pub on the Cedar down in Charles City, and we're working on another Mitchell County establishment.
This is not Tony's first time curating a business. He had previously started 4 other businesses. He is very hopeful for Limestone Brewery's future and takes pride in being an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur isn't really an official business title. Really all that means is you're willing to take risks. So opening a business on Main Street is certainly a risk. There's always the issue of, are people going to come in through your front door? So, that's always something you're worried about, making sure that you do the right thing so people do continue to visit your establishment. Yeah. So really it's assuming the risk and understanding that risk is what it's like to be an entrepreneur. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't. Hopefully this makes it. Hopefully it's got staying power to stay here on Main Street for quite a while.
Tony Weinrad and Josh Olson are also involved in a number of things that help the community and other places around the country. Limestone Brewery was not set up to just serve drinks, but to help support our community and others affected by the California wildfires.
The winter sports season is underway, and Ty Kreger and Nolan Burns checked in with a couple of our winter sports coaches to preview what is expected this season.
Last year, all of the Osage winter sports teams had great seasons. The boys basketball team made it to the second round of the playoffs. The girls basketball team made it to the regional finals. This wrestling team had 6 state qualifiers, but all of the teams weren't satisfied by their finishes. They're looking for improvement. The boys basketball team, coached by Mike Braun, Ryan Huffman, Chris Kyle, and Eric Goddard, had a 14-9 record last season. The boys faced a tough challenge in the second round in the playoffs against a traditionally tough Garner-Hayfield Ventura team.
The wrestling team, coached by Brent Jennings and Larry Grime, had an overall great season that had 6 state qualifiers. They were freshmen Avery Abbott and Spencer Muberry, sophomores Zach Williams and Joe Sullivan, and the juniors Brody Roll and Joey Jacobs.
The expectation for the wrestling team this year is to, I think we want to make sure we win our conference tournament. I think we're looking to get to the state dual tournament. That's a pretty big one for us. And then, of course, at the end of the year, we'd really like to see a top 3 trophy from the state individual tournament, if at all possible.
Our expectation for the season is just play hard every night out. We know there's going to be a lot of close games in our conference, a lot of very even teams talent-wise, so we know that we have to bring that energy and effort every night. So it's kind of our expectation is that every night we're going to come out and compete and give ourselves a chance.
I need kids to continue to do what they're doing, continue to learn and get better as the year goes on. The wins and losses don't matter at this point as much as are we improving and doing things that it's going to take to be good in February. We started out really strong with a 6th place finish at Independence, but like I tell our kids, we don't get judged by how we do in December, we get judged by how we do in February.
One of the big things we're changing is our pace of play. Last year we were a little bit more half-court oriented, half-court defense, half-court offense. We were really focused on getting stops, great offensive possessions. This year we're playing a little bit faster. We're trying to play a little bit more full-court defense, create some turnovers, get some easy baskets that way in transition, really push the ball offensively and not let teams try to set up their defense against us, just so that we can get some easier looks at the basket.
We're not changing much. We're pretty much same old, same old. The only difference is we're a little more mature, we're a little stronger, we feel our weight's a little bit better. We're just an older team. With one senior on the roster last year, we're basically the same team. We're just a little bit bigger, stronger, and older. So,
our Take a Bite crew stopped in for a local favorite at Quick Serve. Here's a sneak peek at what their menu has to offer.
We're here at Quick Serve at Osage, Iowa, that has a car wash, a can redemption, ice cream, and amazing food all in one. What's better than that?
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm Sherry. Okay, and what is your position in this business? I am the co-owner with my husband, Scott. How did your business start? We bought it about 12, 13 years ago, and it was a can redemption and a car wash. And so we bought it, and then we just kept adding and making changes over the course of the years. So Yeah.
Well, it is very nice in here now.
Well, thank you. It's changed a lot. We added on 7 years ago and added the kitchen and everything, moved the can redemption out, and made a lot more room in here.
Yeah.
So.
What was your inspiration for starting your business?
Well, we both had worked for factories for like 20, 25 years in town, and we just decided we were ready for a change. We wanted to stay local, so we bought this, and then we weren't quite sure what we wanted to do as the years went by, but it just kind of kept, you know, we were looking for niches that nobody else had, you know, craft beer was just coming out, Iowa wines were just coming out, so we, you know, we're sort of out of the way a little bit, so we wanted to have things that didn't interfere with other people's business, but that they could come down here and find.
That made you special.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well,
and like the chocolate chip ice cream, you know, no one in the area has that. It's an awesome ice cream company, so out of Wisconsin. So we just kind of just keep growing.
yeah, well, I know I love your ice cream, and I'm very glad you guys are right here.
Well, thank you.
It's very close to my house.
Yeah.
So what are some of the biggest factors in your success here?
I think that we try to listen to our customers and get the things that they like, you know, if they want certain wines or certain beers, or, you know, we come in, you know, on our off days and do food for people if they want it, or in the middle of the night and do food for the factories, or, so we try to accommodate our customers the best that we can. So whether it be beer, food, wine, just whatever it may be, so.
Do you guys plan to grow in the future?
We hope so. You know, we have, you know, we have some feelers out there. We're kind of hoping to be able to do a few new things maybe in the next 6-8 months, and have some more places for food and different stuff. So we're hoping that we can get that done. I won't go into all the details, but
I don't want to give away all the secrets.
No, lots of things just going around in my head still. So
well, that's awesome that there's room for growth.
Yes, we are hoping so. You know, and nowadays I think you kind of have to be willing to change, you know, and do new things and new avenues and stuff to keep growing and keep people wanting to come back and everything. So we're pretty excited. Yes, yep. So.
What would you say your most popular dishes are here?
Pizza, obviously. Pizza, probably the wings, the roasted chicken, ice cream. You know, there isn't really too many things on the menu that we don't sell quite a few of them, you know. It's not a huge menu, but we tried to have something for, again, everybody, whether it's kids, you know, older people, younger people, you know. Try and have an option for everybody. I would say, as far as age-wise and stuff, you know, we have people from every age, and I think like with the roasted chicken and those things, you know, I think some older people like that. But I would say mainly probably 20 to 40 is our biggest age group probably.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a daily special here.
Uh-huh.
Whose idea was it to do that? Because I think it's a really good way to bring business in.
That was mine. We just thought something that we try to do at least 1 or 2 things every day that aren't on the menu, you know, and just kind of shake it up. So that way, you know, and we, you know, like chicken tater bowls, you know, we have people that waiting for that, or the, you know, I love to make the soups or the meatloaf and different stuff like that. So I try to make the specials or whatever, so that way I get to cook, because otherwise I don't get to. So, but yeah, I just think it's, you know, just fun for them that every day have a reason to look at our page and say, oh, what are we going to have today, you know? So yeah, just keep it, like I said, just keep it interesting every day.
I think it's a good way to change things up.
Yeah, because I figure they can always get what's on the menu, but, you know, that way it'll give them a different option to choose from. Glad to be, you know, we're just thankful for our customers. We, you know, and nowadays, you know, it's hard to have a business and try and keep people happy if you're coming back, and we just, you know, try to do our best and just hope, you know, people keep coming, you know. we'll keep trying to keep them happy. So.
Well, thank you for talking with us today.
Thank you for coming in. You're welcome.
We had a chance to try some of the most popular dishes. Olivia tried a bacon cheeseburger with a side of onion rings, and I had some of the delicious wings. I ordered them plain so I could try multiple sauces with them. And after you finish your meal, don't forget about their awesome selection of ice creams.
What's your favorite thing to do here, Jordan? Scooping ice cream. That's what I thought. More? Weigh it. I think you need more.
The O Show is going to start showcasing more students and allow the community to get to know the kids of Osage more. This week, Mia Knutson showcased a couple of student athletes.
Starring on this week's episode of Student Athletes of the Week are sophomore Ellie Babinette and freshman Nathan Hobble.
I'm involved in basketball, volleyball, tennis, and choir.
I'm involved in football, track, basketball, and DECA. My favorite part about sports is the competition.
My favorite sport would probably be volleyball because outside of school volleyball, I'm also in a club.
My favorite sport is basketball.
My role model would probably have to be my club coach because she teaches me more than just the game.
My favorite role model would be Colin Hobble, my older brother, and because he got to score 1,000 points through his 4 years of playing basketball.
The reason why I'm so successful at sports is because of my teammates and my coaches that have pushed me to be the better person I am today.
These two athletes both play a huge role on every sports team they are a part of. They both have a bright future ahead of them involving sports.
That wraps up this week's show. We will be back next week with one more show before we go on winter break. Thanks for tuning in.